Hi, I'm Brandon.
I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Ryan. And we're here to explain why teens have such a bad reputation.
Turns out that the evolving structure of the teen brain could be the culprit.
Imaging of the brain shows that it's more complex than people think. From these images, we know that it reaches its full size by around age 6 or 7, but is still developing until your early 20s.
Let's see what's going on in the teen brain.
This rewiring occurs first in areas that perform simpler functions, such as vision and language, and then eventually work their way toward the front of the brain. One of these areas is the prefrontal cortex, which serves as the brain's remote control and controls impulse, emotions, rational thought, and decision making. However, this frontal lobe area isn't fully developed until early 20s, which helps to start explaining the teenage brain. Some of these changes make the teenage brain unique and different from an adult and child's brain. There are strong developmental processes peaking in construction throughout the teenage years, driven by biology, environment, individual agency, during which the circuits required for effective living will be selected, prioritized, and myelinated. In these circuits, synapses, which are the places neurons fire and communicate to other parts of the brain, become pruned. In this pruning process, synapses that are heavily used grow richer and stronger, while other synapses that aren't used as much are destroyed, making the brain more efficient. Also, the axons become coated in a fatty substance which scientists refer to as myelin sheath. This sheath insulates the neurons and improves efficiency and speed of information communication throughout the brain.
Another vital new discovery is the increasing presence and influence of gray matter, which is where much of our conscious and complicated thinking takes place. According to Lawrence Steinberg from Science Direct, there is a prepubertal surge of gray matter that seems to indicate a proliferation of circuits in preparation for adult life. These changes include the change in the ratio of gray to white matter in prefrontal areas, the increase in connectivity between prefrontal and other regions, and the increase in dopaminergic activity in prefrontal limbic pathways. These provide the basis for the theory that links brain maturation in adolescence to increased vulnerability to risky behavior and sensitivity to excitement and reward. This sensation seeking for a neural buzz, or things foreign and unexpected, are driven by physiology and evolution to a peak in sensitivity to dopamine. In the nucleus accumbens, an area of the brain that seeks pleasure and reward, the chemical dopamine is released along the reward pathway. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that appears to prime and fire reward circuits and aids in learning patterns and making decisions. This explains the teen's quickness of learning and extraordinary receptivity to reward and exaggerated reaction to success and defeat. Teens take more risks, not because they don't understand dangers, but because they weigh risk versus reward differently.
For this reason, adults make better and more mature decisions when presented with the same stimulus as teens, since they don't outweigh reward.
Oh, Kaylee's called me back. Yeah? Hello? I'll text her.
Hey, you want to check this text for me?
Yeah, I got you. Thanks, I'm driving, you know.
So could there possibly be anything beneficial about the developing teen brain? Yes! From an evolutionary standpoint, all these traits actually make sense.
It is very fortunate for us that brains are not fully developed until mid-20s because many life changes and hard decisions take place before then. Fortunately, our brain ultimately produces a creature optimally primed to leave a safe home and move into unfamiliar territory. By taking risks and branching out, humans are exposed to more opportunities and greater chances of reward based on the risks they take. Leaving your family in order to start your own requires adjusting, but also proves to increase chances of health, safety, success, and happiness.
So while many decisions that we make during adolescence benefit our adulthood, we must also be aware of many problems that can emerge from it. For this reason, parents can and should take some precautions for their teenagers.
This requires special fostering because even though culture can shape adolescence, it doesn't create it. Therefore, impulsive actions to reward and sensation seeking will almost inevitably affect teens.
So the key to fostering teen development is to provide them with environments that allow them to experiment and express their changing selves while maintaining a safe and conducive environment.